Hello.
Hi. Welcome to... Oh, I forgot my water.
You have two partially filled bottles right there.
That's not...
You want me to pour one into the other and show you
Ew,
how much
no.
it really is? One of them probably has Haley
This
like
one
backwash.
doesn't have a lid on it. That's Haley's.
There's no backwash. I think you're good. Go get a water if you want.
Welcome to book club.
Welcome to book club.
Also, when I sat down and looked at the camera, I was like, oh, I look like that chick from Captain Planet. Are you old enough to know what Captain Planet is?
I do know what Captain Planet is. With our powers combined.
You got the ring.
I do. Oh, I took it off. Hold on. Let me put it back on. This one's love. That was one of them, right?
Heart.
Heart. Yeah.
Earth. Fire. Wind. Water. Now it's your turn.
Heart.
By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. What did he really do?
I honestly don't remember. I remember the chick, and the other guy, but I don't know, like, were they just littering?
Toxic waste?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch and figure out what exactly he was doing.
He had green hair, right? Captain Planet? Did he have
Did they have green hair or was he green?
Ooh, good question. Let's Google that. Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna take pollution down to zero.
What the hell? Captain Planet. He was tinted bluish with green hair.
Ah, yeah. There he is. Look at that mullet. He is fancy.
I forgot about the mullet. Watch this. What did Captain Planet do? Protect Earth from polluters and eco-villains. When a crisis is too big, the teens use their magic greens representing Earth, Fire, Wind, Water, and Heart to call him forth. It's a weird word. He did not have permanent physical body, rather he was the living avatar of Earth's natural elements. I could have lived a whole life without knowing that part of it. Let me put my heart back on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
So welcome to book club. My kids are big on we don't litter. And like anytime we're walking around and they see trash on the ground, they're like, oh, litter bugs. I'm like, that's right. And we don't do that. But also we don't touch other people's trash because germs. So we just keep walking.
I remember telling my dad, he threw like a cassette tape out the window. I don't know. I don't remember much of why he did it. So I don't know if like a song pissed him off or that. Yeah, I don't know. He just tossed that bitch out. And I was like, that's littering. He goes, shut the fuck up. I was like, cool. I'm going to sit back here and shut the fuck up.
It's so funny because we, as kids, I don't know what they do now. Because I've never heard my child mention DARE. And he just finished 5th grade. But by 5th grade, I was in the DARE program, had completed the DARE program, was all up in the DARE program. And my mom smoked cigarettes from time to time. And she quit because of me. Because she would go outside to smoke and I would go sit next to her on the porch and hack and gag. Be really dramatic about it.
She's like, I can't fucking do this anymore.
She's like, I'm gonna kill her. I either have to stop smoking or I'm gonna kill her because this child is so annoying.
It is crazy to me. Did you have jump rope for Heart too? Jump rope for Heart.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Okay,
I did like to jump rope though.
We had the DARE program.
Yeah,
but we also had jump rope for Heart. It was the American Heart Association. And you would pledge to jump rope so much and have people like give you money for the American Heart Association.
Oh.
I feel like that did not have as much of an impact as DARE did.
No, because I don't know what that is. But I have seen a lot of things online and I do agree with it about all the emphasis that they put on things that were not as big a deal as I thought they were going to be. Like,
correct.
Stop, drop, and roll. I knew, like, forefront of my mind, and I have yet to see anybody on fire.
Yeah. I've never been.
I thought that was going to be
a big. Utilize this.
No, I thought it was going to be a bigger deal. Quicksand.
I mean, I feel like
you're not supposed to move a lot in quicksand because it makes you sink faster. I needed to know that because quicksand was going to be like on every street corner, and I've never seen it. I mean, I guess they say, like, the sand at the beach where you step in the sand and it's
Oh, yeah.
that's kind of quicksandy, but it's not a problem.
Right.
So that's not as big a deal as I thought it was going to be either.
I do feel like Dare had a big part of our generation. Like, smoking went down heavily. Other drugs went up.
I was going to
But
say,
tobacco went down.
to, like, crack.
Well, we're also in the county we're in. You know.
But also, like, they were like, just say no to drugs, and I've just not been offered that many times.
Right?
And I don't know if that's the people that I hang out with or what, but, like, I was poor, so they're not offering it for free.
No. It's like at Halloween, they're like, check your candy. I'm like, no one's giving that shit away willingly.
They're not giving it away for free. They're not trying to kill your kids. They just want to be high, so they're not giving it away for free. I do check my kids' candy, though, just because if it's open to germs, we're not doing that. Yeah, but I would be shocked if I did find drugs, because, again, they're not giving it away.
I check our kids' candy for Snickers and Skittles.
We do.
Oftentimes while we're walking, so they don't yell at me like, why'd you take my candy? You don't know what you don't know. Guess who has your bag?
Literally the second we come back,
my pockets are stuffed with like wrappers. I'm like, I got my candy full. It's good. But I was walking as I was eating it, so it doesn't count.
It evens it out. We also eat on that for like weeks after.
Months.
I bag it up in Ziploc bags, and then we just, I do eventually throw it away because there are some things that just never get eaten.
Yeah. We're like at Christmas time and you're still getting stuff with like pumpkins on it. I was like,
yeah.
You know, when old chocolate, it's like white, and I'm like, maybe we shouldn't eat this.
Yeah.
Still gonna give it a whirl.
It wasn't meant to be white chocolate. Give it a lick. If it tastes okay, you're good.
Anyways, this week, one of us read Catching Fire. And it's technically been 2 weeks. We took a week off. One of us read Catching Fire.
If you get the feeling that it's going to be a chaotic week, you are correct.
We haven't even talked about the fucking book.
We've got
Captain Planet, Halloween Candy, the Dare program.
Quicksand.
I did read the book. Listen to the book.
I still have this much left of Hunger Games.
But she really is trying to read them because she hasn't read Sunrise and the Reaping or Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So she does kind of want to like
on my
reread them. No telling.
Damn it, Muffin.
So that way when she can get to those and kind of knows what's going on.
I already said I struggle with the physical books because I can't carry them everywhere with me. So if I'm waiting somewhere or doing something, I do struggle with the physical books.
And these are not on Kindle Unlimited.
But at the same time, I didn't really read for 2 weeks because I was stressed at work. But then also I had vacation and we went to Disney, all 4 parks, 4 different days. And on the days that we weren't at Disney, I was recovering from being at Disney.
That's fair. Because
I turned 40 this year. I am not as young as I once was.
I ain't as good as
when I hear that song, I'm like, it's so true.
It's good once as I ever was.
And it was so blistering hot at Disney.
It's just hot in general in Florida.
Oh, I forgot he died. I loved him.
Yeah, same.
I saw him in concert once.
Really?
Yeah, I did. He did a nice concert.
I did like him.
I think I was in high school, though, so it was a long time ago.
I liked him a lot.
I feel like that was his prime. High school?
Probably, yeah.
In high school? I don't know. Anyway, Disney was hot AF. So much fun, though. The kids loved it, and we got to see some friends. And then...
Not me. That's fine, though.
Yeah, no, she wasn't there. She's not in the in crowd anymore. She's not a pass holder anymore.
I let that bitch expire.
And then I just spent a lot of time recovering. My feet were tired. My body was tired. I have issues with my neck. And we went back-to-back days, Thursday and Friday. And so by Saturday, I couldn't turn my head. My neck was really killing me. So it's still pretty sore, but it is getting better. So for that, I just didn't fucking read. Like, I just couldn't do it. So I did get close, though. with the book I was supposed to read a month ago.
I swear sometimes last week she goes, yeah, I finished it.
No, I didn't. I said I'm almost done.
No, she lied.
And it was a little bit of a lie because now I really am almost done. I thought that I think I was like here when I said I'm almost done.
Oh, okay. You thought you were almost done.
And then I was like, oh, I'll finish that. No problem.
What's going on right now? Ish.
There's only her and PETA. She just gave him the medicine.
Okay.
From the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only people that are left alive is Thresh, number 2 boy,
Kato,
Foxface, because we know she's alive.
Yep. She argued with me that Foxface.
I did not argue. I said,
oh, she's alive till the
I thought her name was on a list. Maybe that was the list of people that were still alive that she was listing. I did not argue. Homegirl was like, she's alive. She's alive. She's alive. I got it. Okay. I've got it. So she's alive. I just remembered her name being on a list somewhere because I giggled that she calls her Foxface because that's something I would do.
And we never know her name. It's always Foxface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's something I would do. Like, I give people names because that's how I can remember them. So it's just those 3 and then her and PETA that are left.
Yep.
She just gave PETA the medicine. And I think that's
about, yeah.
Yeah, because she's injured. She got injured on the way back from getting the medicine. She gave it to him and then she like passed out. And she's like between like waking up and going back to sleep. And PETA's feeling much better. So that's kind of where I stopped.
I always forget when I reread this book that how far the cave is from the cornucopia.
Yeah.
In the movie, they make it seem like it's not far, but it's like a good trek.
Yeah, so. You don't really realize how big the arena is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Until she talks about like walking for hours, and then I'm like, oh.
Because there was a whole part of it that none of them even explored because they were like, that's Thresh's territory.
Which apparently is like a wheat field.
Yeah.
And that's why they didn't go over there because they didn't want to run into him unknowingly in grass that's taller than your head.
Right.
Or whatever else may be over there. So he was the only one brave enough to go in it. And so they were just like, he can have it. So.
He could probably actually see over it.
Oh, maybe.
So, I did listen to Catching Fire.
I have I don't remember. I watched the movie, don't remember much about it other than.
You don't watch, I watch these movies like religiously, so.
I've seen the first one many times. I think I've only seen the second one a couple times, and it's been a long time since I've seen it. Okay. So catch us up. Tell us what happens.
So obviously, President Snow's not happy that Katniss tricked everyone. At the beginning of the book, she's like out hunting, and she goes and visits the Hob and trades for food, and not really food, but she's still trying to feed the people of District 12 in the Seam. So she goes out and hunts, and then like basically
they move into their rich house.
Yeah, they're in the winter's village or whatever. And then when she comes back, her mom is like, "Where are you? How was your walk?" And Katniss like, "You like," in her head she's like, "I've been hunting." And then her sister, I think, very quickly pipes up, or maybe it's the other way around. Like, "Hey, you have a visitor." And she's like, "What?" So she thinks it's her her fashion team, but it's not. It's President Snow. And he basically is like, "Hey, I don't believe you." So he's like, "You gotta convince the districts that you're in love, because they also don't believe you, and they're rioting because of it, because they think that it was like an act of rebellion." I mean, which it was. I don't think that is kind of what she was thinking in the moment. But it was more if she wanted to save both her and PETA, not so much like, I'm gonna rebel against the capital. And then
it came across to me as more of a fuck it situation.
Like, either we both die here or we both live. Like, yeah. She never thought of it as... I think
she knew, like, they're not going to let us both die and not have a victor, so...
But she was also
this is the way out of...
Died,
yeah, she was just like, fuck it.
Uh-huh.
She was over it by that point. Like,
oh, yeah. I mean...
How many days were they in the arena? Do we know?
I'd have to figure it out. I feel like it was a couple weeks.
It seemed like it was a really long time.
Yeah. Because in the book or in the movie, it makes it seem like a few days, but in the books, it's like a couple weeks. See what the Google says. So during before that, her and Gail kissed, or Gail kissed her. And then President Snow, when he's walking away, he like whispers in her ear and it's like, I know about the kiss, by the way. So now she knows that he knows that
18 days, it says.
Yeah. Oh shit, okay.
The 74th Hunger Games from the first book and film lasted for 18 days. So almost 3 weeks.
Damn. Yeah.
I'd have given up. I would have just laid down and died.
So yeah. Oh, and in the book, Gail is her cousin. So because she made it to the final 8, they start interviewing everyone.
He is?
Yeah. So no, not really her cousin. Because I think because he was the one that carried away Prem, he ended up being someone that they interviewed. And in the interview, I don't remember why they had to say that it was the cousin, but they made up a whole story as to why they were so close and why he came to, I think, say goodbye to her and stuff. So they're like, oh, that's her cousin.
They're trying to play it off like he's not a love interest since she's supposed to be with PETA.
Yes. Yeah.
Got it.
So that's her cousin.
Technically, he's not, in her mind, a love interest anyway.
I don't, parts of this book, she goes back and forth. She surely does go back and forth.
So in this one, she's like,
no, that's just
could I let it go there? Maybe.
Yeah.
But she doesn't.
She's also trying to survive. And she's like, it doesn't fucking matter now. So, this one she does. I had always, thinking back, I tried to remember why it was so much like Team PETA, Team Gale. And I was just like, Team Katniss. And then I realized it's this book that made it, because she goes back several times in this book of, I think I like Gale. Well, no, I think I like PETA.
Gale comes across very jealous in the movie. I do remember that. I don't know about it in the book because I can't remember.
Not necessarily jealousy, but he kind of lets his feelings be known, which is why he kissed her at the beginning of this book.
It seemed like he was a little bit attitudinal that she had kissed PETA, and it was like she had to save her life.
Yeah.
So, I don't know in the book because, like I said, I can't remember. I know I read it, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
I promise I'm gonna catch up.
It's fine. So they go on the winners tour.
Yeah.
And they go from District 11, because their District 12 is last, their party. So they go from District 11 all the way up to District 1, and they go to each one. They're supposed to say like a little eulogy for the fallen victors, and whatever. So obviously 11's first, which is where Rue is from.
And Thresh,
yeah.
Gave her
who spared her.
One time sparing.
So PETA knows how hard this is going to be for Katniss. So he's like, I got this one. And she's like, thank God. But then PETA, because of how hard it is for Katniss, tells them, like, we want to give you a month of our winnings for the rest of our lives to the families. And then
that's never happened before?
It's never happened, and it's not really legal.
You're not supposed to do it.
So, he does that.
Effie's probably like, oh no.
Yeah, Effie was probably freaking out. And then Katniss, they're about to walk away, and Katniss comes back and like says something about Rue. She says, it feels like the families are mad at me, but not because I killed them or I let them get killed, but because they're waiting for me to say something about them. So she does. She thanks Thresh's family for sparing her life. And then she talks about Rue. It's pretty similar to what happens in the movie, where she
You're giving me chills.
where she, says Rue was like my sister. I'm really sorry that she died and whatever. So then, the people of 11 do Rue's song, The Little Whistle, and give her the 3 fingers. And then they're walking away, but as Katniss goes back because she forgets something, I think a little girl gave her flowers or something, so she goes back. And as she does, they're pulling the old man who did it first out of the crowd, and they shoot him, and they see him get shot. So they freak out. Haymitch takes them up all the way up to the attic of the building, the Justice Building, and basically is like, y'all gotta stick to the cards. You can't be doing this. Like, this is not what they want. And Katniss is like, I'm so sorry. She had already told Haymitch about everything, but Peeta didn't know. She's like, I just have to get through this. You have to let him know. You know, we have to prove to him. And Peeta's like, what are we talking about? So she had to explain to Peeta what President Snow came. And he's like, I just gave them money. Like, you should have told me before. So now they both know, and everyone's on the same page, those three at least, that they have to prove to the capital and to the districts that they are madly in love, and that is why they almost ate the berries. And so they're going on this tour faking it through the whole way.
Once again, lack of communication.
That's exactly what it is.
Causing issues when if you just would have talked about it.
You just didn't talk about it.
You guys owe each other your lives because they've saved each other more than once now.
Yes.
So just talk about it.
They don't. Also they're 17 years old. So
I had a mouth on me at 17. I know it's hard to believe. I know that's hard to believe. Kayla probably didn't. She's very sweet.
I didn't. I was very meek and mellow. I still mellow. Not as meek anymore, thanks to this one.
You're welcome.
So they go on that. They figure that out. They get to the capital, and basically Katniss eyes Snow, trying to figure out if she's done it, if they succeeded.
What's up?
And he just, very subtly gives her like you're fucked. So she knows. So from this point on, they are trying to plan leaving. They're gonna go off into the woods and run and see if they can find District 13.
They being her and Peeta?
Her and Peeta and Gale is her plan. When she tells Gale, he's like, yeah, sure. And then he finds out that Peeta's involved, and he's like, never mind. So that's where he's a little bit of a bitch. And I'm like, fuck off, Gale. The amount of times I tell Gale to fuck off in these books is kind of funny. So it tells me that I never really liked him. But I feel like that's also biased because I think it's his fault that Prim died. So spoiler alert.
Spoiler. I was about to say, well, if they didn't know that, they do now.
Listen, these books have been out forever. The movies have been out.
What are you doing with your life?
I'm really sorry. I threw Mockingjay when Prim died. That was the first time I've ever gotten that upset at a book and threw it. When did these come out in comparison to Harry Potter's?
I don't know.
When did these books come out? Does it say?
Probably.
I feel like I should say. First edition, September 2009.
Ooh, that was the year I got married.
So that's what? 2007, 2008?
Yeah, copyright 2008 for this one. So that one was probably 2010 then. 8, 9, and 10.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Harry Potter came out while I was in high school.
Release dates. 97 to 2007. So all of those came out before these even came out.
Oh, the book. The movie came out.
Yeah,
the first movie came out while I was in high school.
Yeah.
Because I remember trying to watch it and falling asleep.
Parts of Harry Potter upset me, but I think they slowly set the tone of people are starting to die, so it didn't upset. I cried, but I was like, I'm expecting this. I did not expect that to happen in the third book. And
I
really
didn't either,
me.
But I didn't throw the book. I was like, wait, what? And I went back and read it again because I was like, no.
I think I had a moment of panic. I'm like, let me go back a couple paragraphs.
I think I think I read it wrong. Let me read it again. And then I was like, oh no. No, maybe that's why I didn't watch the movie.
Maybe.
Good.
It's like what's his name in Silver Linings Playbook?
Bradley Cooper.
He's reading that book and he tosses a bitch out the window.
It's not worth it. Put it in the freezer.
Yes. So they're trying to run off. Gale is a little bitch. Peeta is like, sure, yeah, let's run off. But then he finds out that Gale was also invited, and he kind of becomes a little bitch too.
I mean, nowadays, why shoes? White shoes.
White shoes.
They could have made it work nowadays.
Yeah.
They could have been a throuple.
So, can you imagine that twist on these books? It'd be great.
Adult version.
So all of that happens, and then they go to announce the 75th games, which is the next quarter quell. Every 25 years is something special.
Not in a good way.
Supposedly, these are already supposedly.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. Is it a B or a D?
I was just copying Joey.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Supposedly. Let's find out.
It's already dictated which each quarter quell is going to be. They're in a box, and you open the box, and what's the next one?
Supposedly means allegedly.
Okay. So this is a D.
Supposedly meaning conceivably or possibly.
Isn't the fucking same thing?
I was about to say, what's the difference?
Supposedly, it could have happened. Supposedly, there's a possibility. There's Lance. Lance. We're never
the
gonna
package was supposedly delivered yesterday. You could supposedly finish it. So supposedly mean in the past, and supposedly means in the future. Is that what I'm reading?
I don't fucking know.
We need a grammar expert.
I assumed that they were two different.
People often confuse them with speaking. I didn't even know one of them was real. I thought it was just made up.
I thought I was just saying one of them wrong, like whatever the one wrong.
But in most cases, when you want to say something is claimed to be true, stick with supposedly.
What were we talking about again?
I
don't know. Supposedly, the quarter quells are already established, and they're in this box, and you pick out the next one. I don't believe that shit. I think.
Oh no, this was set up on purpose.
Yeah. So, they pick out the next one, and it is the victors or the tributes for the 75th Hunger Games will be picked from the pool of existing victors. And now that 12 has a boy and a girl, they can do it. So, here we go. Which means Katniss is in it automatically.
Which is his big, like, FU to Katniss, because she did a big FU to the Capitol. Yeah. So this is their revenge back to her. Yeah. I do remember that.
So, there's that. Katniss is going into 75th Hunger Games. There's no one else to choose from. However, the boy can be Haymitch or Peeta. And Katniss makes a deal with Haymitch. If they call Peeta's name, he's going to volunteer. And then if they call Haymitch's name, they know Peeta's going to volunteer, and Haymitch has to work on saving Peeta.
Oh, yeah. See, this is what AI says. You're taking a long time.
I don't think that was ever confirmed. But unless it comes out in Mockingjay.
But AI says it. Okay. So. She's feeling a little spicy.
So yeah. So kind of things. So Haymitch's name is called, and Peeta does volunteer.
I will say it gave Prim another year of relief where she knew automatically she wasn't going in.
And we know from that siblings get picked all the time, and children of victors get picked too. Like, you don't get a bye. Like, it could have happened. So now they're among past victors who all know each other because they've been victors for longer than a year. So now they're going against all these victors who have histories and friendships and were actual killers instead of just, making their way by, which we find out a lot of them did happen to win for various reasons.
Yeah.
So
they had one, she does talk about it. The reason why there is always wood in the arena now is because one year they did one where there wasn't any wood and a bunch of the tributes froze to death because they couldn't start fires.
Yeah.
And
it was boring.
It was uneventful.
Yeah. So that one.
So now there's always some source of wood to at least build a fire with. So,
So
some people did skate by, I guess you could say. They stayed warm. I don't know how you want to put it, but some people did get by without having to do a lot of killing.
Yeah. So we learn that we meet the victors. 1 and 2 are careers. I think 1 is brother and sister duo. 2 is a girl who ripped out someone's throat with her teeth. So then
I would not be able to
after the games, she sharpened her teeth because that was what she was known for. I think also she may have done that because we now know that those who are pretty are sold off in the capital, like for their bodies. So she may have done that to be like, try me.
I'll bite it off.
3 is Beatty and Beatty's the guy. The girl is all I can think is nuts and bolts.
That's what I was gonna call them, and I was like, that's not right.
Volts is Beatty because during his games he electrocuted like 8 tributes at the same time, so he won that way. And the girl is Wyrus, and she is nuts because she went a little nuts. And she may have been a little nuts before. I do not remember how she won her games though. 4 is Finnick and Mags. Finnick, that
Love
is
them.
The water district. So Finnick won at 14. He was one of the youngest victors ever.
He's a big swimmer.
Yeah. And Mags is like an older woman.
She's ancient.
Annie actually got picked and Mags volunteered for her. And we later find out that Annie is not right in the head, and don't blame her. She was in the Hunger Games. And her and Finnick are a couple. Or
he loves her.
So Mags volunteered for her. So there was
But Mags doesn't talk?
She does not talk. I can't remember in the book. I feel like there's something wrong with like her voice. It's not that she just doesn't talk. There's like something wrong with her voice.
And she barely walks.
You know, because she's old.
Perfect for the game.
Yep. District 5, we don't know who they are. Oh, this one says Wyatt and Julie. Cool.
Yeah, but it says unnamed, so I don't know if somebody just was like, let's
maybe
name them that. I don't know, because these names are not nearly as...
District 6, we don't really know, so Lex and Mercedes. It's coming from a fandom website, so they might just be named. 7 is Blight and Joanna. This is the Wood District, so we know that Joanna won her games by acting meek and mellow, because she was a young, petite female. And then when it got down to the final, like, however many, she came out swinging her axe and killed everyone like a psycho. We also learned
like Lizzie Borden?
that, probably, we also learned that because she was a pretty female, she most likely they tried to sell her body as well, but we learned that she doesn't have anyone left, so she probably said no, and they killed her, everyone that she loved. Yeah. Depressing. District 8.
What did Blight do?
I don't remember.
Oh.
We don't get much of him.
Wasn't memorable.
The most we get is when he dies, Joanna says he wasn't much, but he was from home. Like, so that was it.
Fuck it.
District 8, Wolf and Cecilia.
Cecilia has 2 names. Why is it something... Cecilia Sanchez?
Yeah.
And Wolf.
I don't remember either then.
And Wolf is not like a WOLF.
It's Wolf, like a dog barking. District 10, we don't know them. Which one of these districts has the 2 that are morphling? So they are morphling addicts, which is like an opiate. And they become addicts because it's how they deal with the games.
Have you ever seen Morphle on TV?
No.
Oh.
I don't even know what that is. What do you know? So one of the districts has them, and they're breaking through. And then obviously you have Katniss and Peeta from 12.
Morphle!
Yep, that sounds like something I would imagine up if I was on opiates.
My kids like that.
Who does it say for 11? Yeah, I don't know.
Chaff Mitchell and Cedar Howell.
Oh, we do like Chaff. He's
do.
very affectionate, and he's besties with Haymitch.
We like affectionate people?
He's affectionate.
I feel like we don't.
So, as she is meeting the victors, Peeta has a come to Jesus meeting with Katniss. I was like, hey, like everyone, like Chaff walks up to her, kisses her on the lips. Finnick is very, like, not sexual with her, because he's always been sexualized, so he tries not to do that. But he's like, looking good, just flirts with her. PETA tells Katniss, like, you know why they do that, right? She goes, no. She goes, because you're kind of a prude. Like, you don't do those things, and they're just trying to have fun. And she's like, no, I'm not. He goes, okay. Um, so, but Chaff,
her first
is also a drug.
kiss with PETA was her first kiss.
Yep.
In the games. How old is she?
16? Now she should be 17 now.
16, I feel like, is age appropriate for a first kiss.
Yeah.
And I would like for my kids to be no younger than 16.
When was your first kiss?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want my kids to do the things that I did.
Okay.
When was your first kiss?
17 or 18.
Okay, good girl.
I honestly don't like recall what year, but I know it was 17 or 18.
Good girl.
So they're meeting these people. Haymitch has told PETA and Katniss that they have to make allies, otherwise they're not going to survive. PETA's like, sure. And Katniss is like, sure.
Katniss is like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Like, I don't
because
like people.
She made an ally with Rue, and then Rue died. But the reality of that situation was they're never going to let us have two victors again. So at the end of this, I'm going to have to kill them. Mm-hmm. I don't want to make allies.
Yeah.
That's
and they're like, you're going to die sooner if you don't. And Haymitch is pretty much like, you want to keep PETA alive? Make allies.
When she was going into the first arena, it was more of a, you don't know what you're going to get, because the careers obviously trained for this, even though they're not supposed to. But then everybody else is kind of like you. Like, they were just thrown into this. They don't know what they're doing either. We don't know what to expect. These people have all been in it and won. Which means they've killed at least something. It's like, they've killed. Now, some of them are old. Maybe not morphlings. Maybe. I don't know. And I think it says that they just were stayed alive until the last person died of, like, exposure or some shit. So. And they're the only safe ones. And they're coming off. And they might not be safe now. They might be going through withdrawals. Who's to say? They are. But actively. It's just a completely different game. Yeah. Because, yes, the arena is different. Yes, the game is different. Like, all of those things are still unknown. But now you're in a game with experienced people who are walking in here already having won and know what to expect and what's going on. Yeah. Now, her and PETA also have already won and know what to expect and know what's going on, but it just feels scarier to me if I were them. Yeah. So, Katniss, you almost feel like you're the underdog again. They definitely are. Yeah. So Katniss goes to training and makes friends with Nuts and Bolts and Mags. Give me the two nerds. And the old lady who can't walk or talk. Thank you. So she comes back to tell them, and Haymitch is like, I'll tell them you're still thinking. But they did see her with her bow and arrow and what she can truly do with it. Because in the games, if you think about it, she only killed one person with it. She shot the bag of apples to make it explode. So they saw minimal stuff about her. But they actually saw her in training work. So they're like, hey, you have multiple people who want to be allies with you. And she's like, I want Nuts and Bolts and Mags. And they're like, well, I don't know, you're still thinking about it. So she doesn't actually name allies past them. They get into maybe we should just let PETA do the picking. Right. They go through interviews, and this is where it has first become apparent that none of the victors want these games to happen. They've already won. Why do we have to do this again? It's not fair. It's not. This is also during the victory tour, PETA and Katniss got engaged. So they're supposed to have a wedding. Oh, shit. But because they're now going into Hunger Games, there's no wedding. It's been called off. So during the interviews, we find out everyone's like, fuck this. Joanna's the only one who truly says fuck this, but everyone else is like, can we not? And then Snow wants Katniss to wear her wedding dress, and she does. And Cinna says, don't lift your arms and don't spin until the end. Girl on fire. So she's like, yes, sir. So she does, and when she gets there,
She does lift her arms and spin, and her dress burns off, and she is now all black, and she has wings, and she's a mockingjay.
Ooh, a mockingjay.
Yep. So she has no idea what that means, other than she knows a little bit about, like, oh, the rebellion book. But Senna didn't.
She doesn't know the extent of any of that.
No. She knows that there's rebelling in other districts at this point. She knows that she has failed. She does not know the extent of the rebelling, I don't think.
They're kind of secluded.
Well, so she gets hints of it, like on a monitor in one of the justice buildings. She like goes into the wrong room, and I think it's at her justice building when they have the party at 12. She goes into the justice building, and there's monitors, just for the mayor, and it says alert, alert, and it's the rebellion going on in District 8, I think. So she learns, like, oh shit, it's happening. So that's all she knows, and that's what she goes back and tells Gail. She tells PETA. So they all kind of know what's going on. They only know about that district, though.
She also mentions in the first one that the reason why the rebellion didn't work the first time, which is how the Hunger Games came about, is because the capital is protected by these mountains.
Which mountains? No, they're in the Appalachian Mountains.
Rockies?
But don't ask me about geography.
Neither one of us are good at that. Anyways, the capital is protected by like these mountains, and so they take a train that has to go through the mountains. There's like a tunnel through the mountains, and so the rebellion never could quite get to the capital to take the capital down because they never could get over the mountains to do that.
Or if they did, then they already saw them coming.
So I feel like because that was specifically mentioned by her in the first book, that even if you see a district rioting, you're not thinking like, okay, the rebellion's in full swing and we're going to do this, because she knows like they're not going to be able to.
Yeah. She only thinks she doesn't realize the extent of it.
The peacekeepers will just beat the shit out of them in their district, and then, that'll quiet down and we'll move on.
Yeah.
Because that is what happens.
Yeah.
The peacekeepers.
It gets shut down quickly.
Yeah, so. They're vicious and will beat you or kill you and just move on.
Yeah.
Just like another day.
Like they beat Gail.
Yep.
Anyways, I shouldn't laugh at that. Her interview's done. She's the Mockingjay. And PETA comes on and does his interview. Him and Caesar Flickerman have like this back and forth funny relationship.
A little banter, if you will.
Yes. And then at the end of he's like, I'd be okay with going back into the games if it wasn't. And he stutters and he's like, if it wasn't for the baby.
They gotta stop letting PETA talk.
He just chooses chaos and I love it.
He does, and it throws Katniss over the edge every time.
She's like, fuck.
The first games, he announced that he was in love with her. The second game, now he announced that she's pregnant.
Baby. Which, I mean, listen, you got some game if you're like, I'm in love with her, and then a year later, you're like, baby. The capital people are eating out of his hand. So, we like it.
If I were any of the other tributes, I'd be like, this motherfucker.
I think they were, like...
Every time. Get him off the stage.
Like, y'all got Haymitch to sober up. You got this bitch with a bow and arrow. And you got PETA, who has the most riz ever. That he's just in there like... When
we went to Disney this weekend, we rode on Rise of the Resistance. And the cast members talk shit to you while you're on there. And so they said something about, all right, you're going to go to 6 and you're going to go to 7. And Lance said, 6, 7. And the guy said, sir, you're way too old to be saying that. And the other cast member said, sir, you pay a mortgage.
Why didn't you tell me this about this sooner? That's hilarious. Sir, you pay a mortgage.
We were dying laughing, and then they moved us down the way.
Did you snort?
Yeah, I died, literally. I was like, oh my God.
Usually if you laugh too much, so like, get it together.
Listen, we moved down the way, and they were like, okay, and then you're going to step on this color, and you're going to step on this color, and the rest of you are going to fall in line. And I literally stood there going, I don't know what to do. so confused. And somebody just grabbed me and pulled me over to line. And he was like, okay, and all of you are going to remove your hats. And people started taking their hats off. And he's looking directly at me and he goes, some of you are nodding at me like you know what to do, and yet you're not doing it.
You had a hat on, didn't you?
And I was like, I didn't know we were doing it right now. It was the best.
They were so done with you.
So they really were, because when we got up to where the stormtroopers are, the ride broke down. And so we ended up staying where all the stormtroopers are for like 20 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Like just laying on the floor, just waiting.
Yeah.
And people were taking bathroom breaks and everything. And then all of a sudden it came back up. So right after it came back up is when he got us. And so he was just done.
He's like, I'm done.
Yep. He was like, sir, you're way too old to be saying that. Sir, you pay a mortgage? And that's what I just thought of when you said Riz.
Oh,
man, you're way too old to be saying that.
So they did not cancel the games, which is what everyone wanted to happen.
With the baby news, you know.
So
they were like, miscarriage or not, you're getting in there. They did not care.
They didn't care.
I think probably they didn't believe him.
Oh, no.
So they were like, gonna call, Snow was gonna call his bluff, basically. Like, we're... Not a single fuck was given.
No. They're like, as long as she dies, we don't care. So they go into the games. When Senna always takes I say always, it's happened twice. Senna has taken Katniss
60% of the time,
to her
every time
tube to go into whatever the arena is.
It's like a big tube.
And this time he goes into the tube, it closes, and it's not moving, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? And then some peacekeepers come in and beat up Senna.
In front of her. Before she gets taken up to the arena.
Then she gets taken up. And then she has to, like, get her shit together. And then there's water. Which everyone thinks this bitch can't swim. They didn't know her daddy was breaking the law and taking her to the lake and taught her how to swim.
Breaking the law. She can swim. She has spent a decent amount of time in the little lake that's in the woods just over the fence that doesn't work. Mm-hmm. That's where she's learned that she can eat lily pads and the whole lily plant. She's learned about the Katniss root that grows down in the water. Like, she is actually very used to water and comfortable in it, actually. So the first plan for her to drown,
they're like, "Buh."
That failed.
Plan B.
Yeah.
But, she's already pregnant, so not that plan B.
Not that plan B. I don't think they had that there.
Probably not.
Actually, maybe in the capital.
The capital people probably had it.
She didn't have access to it.
Not her.
Not in District 12.
They hit. No, I'm not going to say that.
Don't hold back.
So, she's swimming. Finnick is swimming. Some of the others are swimming. A lot of them are staying on their little tube thingy because they're like, I don't know if I can swim. One of them being PETA. The other one being Mags. But Mags does know how to swim. She's just like, because she's old.
So, I think what a lot of people don't realize is you can just go on your back
and float
and kick your feet a little to paddle around.
But we also grew up in Florida, so we figured that out. People who don't grow up near water, they're like, I'm gonna die. You're right, you are gonna die.
I would have held on to something,
like hold on to the wall and go.
Yeah.
There was actually, I think there
That's
were pedestals. And then they had to get to the wall, and then they could have done that. But so she goes up to the cornucopia because she's getting her bow and arrow this time. And she does, and she kills someone. But then Finnick pops up, and she's ready to kill him. And Finnick has a bracelet that Haymitch had, and he's like, good thing we're allies. And in her head, she's like, who the fuck is this prick? Like, what? But then he quickly saves her life because someone was coming up behind her, and he throws his axe or trident at him and kills him. So she's like, all right, I guess he's my ally now.
Didn't have a choice on that.
Yeah. So he basically yells don't trust Districts 1 and 2.
We never trust them.
Let's go find more weapons and then find PETA. So they find PETA. He can't swim. Finnick goes to go get him.
That's embarrassing.
Mags is doggy paddling. Then they get up to the beach and they go run in the forest. And then shit hits the fan. During training, Beatty, Volts, and Wyrus teach.
Can we just call them nuts and bolts?
Nuts and Bolts teach Katniss how to see a force field. There's like a little like glare sometimes. So as they're trying to get as far into the force as they can, Katniss sees it, but at the last minute she sees it. She tries to tell Peeta to stop, and he doesn't, and he hits the force field with an axe, and he dies. That's the end of the book.
Peeta dies?
Peeta dies. His heart stops. Finnick gives him CPR.
That was the end of the book?
No.
I didn't think so. I was like, that's not how I remember it ending.
Finnick gives him CPR. Katniss is like, why is he kissing him? And then realizes, like, she doesn't know what CPR is.
But she's like, is a healer.
He's trying to help. She said, that's what it comes back. She goes, I remember my mom doing this sometimes, but most of the time when they get to her, if they're that bad off, they're just going to die. So if they're dying, it's because of starvation or whatever. Like, we can't fix them. So she's rarely seen it happen. So it does click to her like, oh, not kissing him, cool. So Finnick brings him back to life. And then they have a moment and they kiss, and she's like, your heart stopped, and he's like, it's working again. So now she like trusts Finnick a little bit more. So they're going.
The Haymitch bracelet wasn't a seller, but the CPR kiss did it for her.
Yep. So they're trekking through the woods some more. She climbs up a tree, finds a weird rat-looking thing.
Finnick is a beast, by the way, because as they're trekking through the woods, he's carrying mags on his back.
On his shoulder, on his back, yeah.
And while she may not weigh a ton, my 4-year-old weighs like 35 pounds, and I wouldn't want to carry her very far on my back.
Yeah. So, he's awesome.
He is awesome.
They're trekking through. She's trying to find water. She notices the rat thing that she killed to eat has like a wet muzzle. So she's like, there's water somewhere, damn it. But she can't find the water.
I mean, they did just come out of water.
But that's salt water, and you can't drink that without getting more dehydrated.
I'm aware. I watched Shark Week.
You know Shark Week's next week? I'm so excited.
I didn't know.
I love Shark Week.
I do too. That's what I just said. I watched Shark Week.
I've been watching the leading up to it, and I keep landing on an episode where the guy is like, I created shark armor, and he like made shark armor so you can wear a whole bodysuit and go into the
don't shark. Trust that.
He did. Or like it was, I think he's still in the prototype stage, but
yeah. Keep it there.
So I'm excited. Shark Week's next week. Is it this week? No, it's next week. I don't fucking know.
Well, hopefully it's next week or we've missed it. Today's Wednesday.
Let's see. Shark Week 2026 kicks off July 26th.
Excellent.
It is next week. So they're doing that, and then eventually they get a parachute, and it's a little thingy.
The parachute is a gift.
Yes.
Sent in by your sponsors.
And there's a little thingy, and they don't know what the hell it is, and they're trying to figure it out, and I think like about an hour passes or so, and then Katniss is like, it's a spile, and everyone else is like, what the fuck's a spile?
I wouldn't know either.
And she's like, it's used for like maple tapping of trees.
Oh, that.
And then they're like, okay, we don't need maple, we need water.
Is it a baobab tree like at Disney's Animal Kingdom?
Oh yeah,
the tree of life. It has water in it.
So they put a hole in a tree and they put it in there and they wait and they wait and they wait and eventually water comes out and they're like, this is how we get water. So they have water.
Excellent.
It's great. And then from there, I'm trying to think. What's the next like big event?
They discover. I don't know the timeline. These are just pieces that I remember. Is they discover that the events that are taking place in the arena are set up as a clock.
Yes. So
I don't remember who discovers that.
They run into fog.
Somebody yelling TikTok.
And then that's nuts. They run into fog that is poisonous to them. They run through. When that happens, Peeta gets so hurt. He's still, recovering from being dead.
Peeta's almost a liability.
Katniss has been in the fog, so she's like starting. It messes with their nerves, so it gets harder for them to move. So basically Katniss is yelling at Finnick, I can't carry him, and Mag kisses Finnick and walks into the fog and dies. So then he carries Peeta, and then they keep going, and then they land, and they're like, well, this is it, we're all gonna fucking die. And then the fog hits like an invisible wall. So that's like hint number one. Then they go down closer to the beach, but they're not right on the beach yet, and they see monkeys. And then something happens and it sets off one of the monkeys, so then they're fighting the monkeys. They're trying to get down to the beach. As they're fighting them, one of them goes to attack Peeta, and one of the Morphling pops out of a tree and sacrifices herself for Peeta. So they eventually get out of the monkeys, they get down to the beach with the Morphling, and she dies. They put her in the water, and the thing comes and picks her up because she's dies. And then they're like out there just chilling, like, let's stay out here because I don't know what's going on in that woods. Oh. And they chill, and then eventually Joanna and Nuts and Bolts come out of a different area, and they're covered in blood.
Yep.
And Nuts and Bolts comes on. They're trying to. There you go.
Yeah.
They're trying to.
That was the blood rain.
Like clean off whatever, and the whole time Nuts Wyrus keeps saying tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and she starts singing the little nursery rhyme, the mouse ran up the clock and blah blah blah. It's all about the clock. And then eventually I think the lightning strikes again because it's noon around this time, or maybe it's midnight. I don't remember which one.
The lightning strikes 12 to 1, but the blood rain was 1 to 2. The fog is 2 to 3. The monkeys was 3 to 4. The Jabberjays.
Oh, they hear. So the unknown beast. Something happens that they're like, what's that? Something, that's weird. And then so Katniss like looks at the woods, and then Myra says again, tick tock, and then she realizes it's a clock. And then they all talk about the clock, and they figure out that it's a clock, and each segment is a different threat.
Yeah.
I think they figure out almost all of them. There's like 3 of them that they never find out, but they know that like one, there's like insects that it's like, that you can hear insects, and they're like, we're not going in there. We don't want to know what those are. So they know that one. The lightning tree. So there's a lightning bolt that strikes a tree like a long time. Joanna and them came out of blood rain, so they know that's one. They know the fog is one. They know the monkeys is one.
The Jabberjays.
Eventually, they run into the Jabberjays. It's not right now, but they do run into them. That's an awful
one.
It's really bad because I think this is... Katniss is pretty effed up by the time you get to Mockingjay, and I think this started that. Like, she's pretty fucked up in the head. They assume that there's a beast in one of them.
It was rough for Finnick, too, right? He ran...
Yeah.
I was just making sure I didn't misremember that.
They go back to the cornucopia real quick to stock up on weapons. The careers show up. They start fighting them, but then the thing starts spinning, so they're like drowning and shit.
Getting all confused.
Yeah.
Because now what was 12 o'clock is no longer 12 o'clock.
So they don't know. Because in the movies, you're like, it's that tree for sure that has the lightning. In the book, they just know it's a tall tree, but every section has a tall tree. So they don't. So they truly are like, we don't know now.
Now they have to stop and wait to see.
Yeah. They're waiting for the tidal wave or whatever's next, and then they're going to try and figure it out from there. So when they're back on the beach after the spinning, Katniss hears Prim scream, so she runs into the woods, and then she realizes it's a Jabberjay, and she kills it. And then Finnick has run after her, and he's like, it's just a Jabberjay. And then Annie, the girl that Mags volunteered for, starts screaming, and she's like, it's just a Jabberjay. So they go and find it. He goes, where do you think they got those from? Jabberjays repeats or mimic. Like, they had to have gotten it from somewhere. So they go in there, and then tons of Jabberjays fly out, and they're all different. You hear Gale screaming, you hear different people screaming that they know, and they try to run out, and Katniss says, I'm really pissed because Pete didn't come in after me. He's just standing there. But then she finds out why, because she hits the wall, and they're stuck in there for the hour. And Peeta's just like, he was trying to say, like, stop, because he couldn't get in. So they're stuck in there for the hour, and she's listening to people that she loves scream like they're dying for an hour. And I believe that's part of the reason she's kind of fucked up. Among many other reasons. So they get out. They're like, so that they're doing something to them. And Joanna, this is where we find out that Joanna is like, they don't have anyone else that I love, that, they've killed them all already or whatever. So that's when you find out that Joanna probably has really like sad backstory. But that's the most we know about it. We just know that they killed all of her family. So from there, Beatty has a plan. Wyrus also died on the cornucopia from the careers. So right now it is Joanna, Beatty, not our Volts, Cat, Peta, Fennec.
Mags is dead.
Mags walk into the fog, so Fennec can carry Peta. So they are walking to. They have a plan.
Mags, who couldn't walk, walked into the fog.
Correct. She hobbled into the fog. Volt has a plan about electrocuting people on the beach when the tidal wave comes, because he's going to connect this wire that he found from the lightning tree to the beach and whatever. So they have to do that, but that's long. It's a long distance.
Yeah.
So then during this time, they've split up. Joanna and Katniss are carrying the wire down. Peta and Finnick are protecting Beatty until midnight in case anyone comes along. And then as they're pulling it along, it like there's like a weird tug, and then it springs to him, which means it's been cut. At this point, Joanna hits Katniss on the head, and then like cuts her, and tells her stay down. That's all Katniss knows, but she's been hit on the head, so she's like a little loopy. And then she hears the careers come. One of the careers says like, "Oh, she's dead," and they keep running. And then I think she hears Finnick come, but she doesn't answer Finnick because she doesn't know who to trust now. And then she goes back up to the tree. Peta's missing. Finnick is missing. Beatty is on the ground. He had like a knife that he jabbed into the force field. And that she takes that as this was the plan. Like we were trying to take down the force field. At least that's how I interpret it. So she takes an arrow, wraps around the thing, and shoots it up and collapses the thing, because she shoots it at the same time that the lightning comes down. So
the lightning is going to strike the tree, so when it strikes, she shoots the force field.
Yeah. So she kills the arena. It knocks her out. She's laying there paralyzed. And the next thing she knows, she sees the arm of the thing picking her up. And then she wakes up on, like, in a room. Beatty is next to her. I think that's it. I think it's just Beatty.
Peta is not.
Peta's not.
Let me clarify something. In this arena, Peta has a fake leg.
Yes. He lost his leg at the end of that book. So
Peta was already at a disadvantage.
Yeah. Like, Katniss goes hunting where she finds the rat-looking thing, and she's like, "No, Peta, I'm gonna go." And it's, she doesn't say it all the way, but she's like, "You're too fucking loud. Like, you're gonna scare everything off." So he's not allowed to go with her to go hunting.
My father-in-law was a bilateral amputee, so he had 2 prosthetics, and he was always so good-hearted about it. He passed away in 2008. But Lance, like, my husband built a fire pit in the backyard, and he'd be like, "Maybe push me closer, my feet are getting cold." Knowing damn well he ain't got no feet.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
He was just so funny.
So yeah, she wakes up and Beatty's there. She keeps knocking herself out. She'll like hit her head and knock herself out because she doesn't want to. She thinks she's in the Capitol and they're gonna kill her pretty much. I think after like 3 or 4 times, she finally wakes up and stays up, and she's walking around. She grabs a syringe as a weapon, and then she walks into the next room. Or she's listening. She hears "Hey Mitch," and she hears Finnick, and she hears the game maker. And that's when she's like, "What the fuck?" So she walks in there and
she's pissed.
And they're like, "Hold up.
Wait a minute."
And then they're kind of all looking at each other like they don't want to tell her something. And it's because they have to tell her that they're not in the capital. They've escaped, but they don't have PETA. Because they know she's going to lose her shit. And she does. But she's weak.
She made a deal with Haymitch.
She was supposed to choose PETA.
Save PETA.
He didn't.
But he made a deal with everybody else.
Save Katniss.
To save Katniss.
Because she's the Mockingjay. She's going to be the voice, the face of the rebellion.
She has not agreed to that yet, so she doesn't know any of that.
No. And they tell her that.
Everybody else does, and so everybody else is in on the plan.
Yeah.
To save her.
PETA didn't know either. They said, Snow was watching you too closely, both of you, so we didn't tell you. But this was the plan.
But she's still pissed because she's like, we had a deal.
Yeah, she slaps the shit out of Haymitch.
You were supposed to save PETA. Bread.
I really want a behind the scenes of that slap, because in the movie, it looks fucking real. I'm like, God dang. And I just really want to know, like...
Maybe it was real.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, man. I
love him. I've been watching the Now You See Me movies.
Oh, he's so good. And
he's in them. He's so fun. And I forgot. Well, I don't know if you watched the last one. Or is that the second one?
There's a third one, right?
Yeah.
I've watched 1 and 2. I haven't seen the third one.
Is
the third one out?
Yeah, it came out like last year.
Oh.
But I rented it on Prime, so it's not like it on any streaming services. But yeah, he's in it. He's funny. So yeah, and then that's the end of the book. They're like, we got you. We didn't get PETA. He's in the capital with Joanna and Annie. Okay, bye.
So they do have Annie in the capital.
They do. Yeah.
Damn.
So there's that.
What are they
or I think they assume that they have Annie.
What is she doing there?
I think they assume. They don't know at this point. Because obviously she wasn't in the game, so yeah. Something like that. So yeah, that is the end of this book. Katniss is freaking the fuck out. PETA is...
She's probably going to continue to freak out because her fear from day one has been for her family.
Yeah.
So she's like, I can't screw this up because I need to take care of my family.
I think... Oh no, that's not the end. Because she goes to sleep when they knock her out, when she's freaking out. And she wakes up and Gale is there. And...
Fucking Gale.
She looks at Gale and she like freaks out. She goes, Prim. He goes, they're safe. She goes, okay, are we going home? And he pretty much is like, there's no more District 12. They bombed it. Like, and lays that on her. And I think he says we're going to District 13. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We've been told this whole time there is no District 13.
And he's like, nah, we're going. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, but Gale, they're not in District 12. Katniss, Gale says softly, I recognize that voice. It's the same one he uses to approach wounded animals. I instinctively raise my hand to block his words, but he catches it and holds on tightly. She says, don't. And he goes, but Gale is not one to keep secrets from me. Katniss, there is no District 12. That's how it ends. So they don't know about District 12, 13. Yep. So. And then I have to read Mockingjay. And then I'm excited to reread Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and Sunrise on the Reaping before the movie comes out in November.
Thank God I have time.
You do have time.
Because I'm sucking.
I would say I'll rewatch the movies, but we still might in theaters, whichever ones we want. That's your birthday weekend. So.
I am going to rewatch the movies. I don't know what I'm going to see in theaters, but I am going to rewatch the movies, whether that be at home or in theaters.
Yes. I'm good. I'm excited. So yeah, that's where we're at.
We have a surprise.
What are we at? How long has this been going on?
Let's check the shenanigans.
It doesn't matter. We're still gonna do it.
1 hour and 9 minutes.
Cool. We got like 10 minutes left.
Perfect.
Probably longer than that.
First of all, let's get out Mockingjay.
With your no dust jacket.
No dust jacket and a little bit of a nipple mark.
Fucking dogs.
Yeah, this is not the current dog. This was a previous dog.
Oh, yeah.
So, accidents happen. So, this will be the next one.
I'm looking. I was about to say.
Move it to where it can be seen. And then, I
don't know where it's at.
Let me grab some things.
Okay. I also don't know where you want me to sit.
You're fine right where you are.
Cool. So, I've been wanting to do a thing. Um, but I'm always afraid to because every time I do it, I'm like annoyed because then I have to like actually do it every morning. I want bangs. And Jessica used to be a hairstylist and cut hair. I don't know if she still has her license. I doubt that she renewed that when she stopped cutting. But she knows how to do it. So she's gonna give me bangs.
Yeah, babe.
Do you still have your license?
I think
Did
I
you
let
let
them
it?
expire
You let it
after
lapse?
Haley
Okay.
was born. I kept renewing
Oh, you
them.
kept it up till that long?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I know.
That's longer than I thought.
I kept renewing them, but then finally I was just like, just gonna be honest with yourself. Are you ever gonna go back to work in a salon? And I was like, no, I'm not.
So if you wanted to get it, would you have to go through everything again? Or can you just retest?
I don't honestly know what it takes to get them renewed once you've let them expire.
Okay.
So
like, I used to have a CNA license, but I think I'd have to go through everything and retest everything to get
They
that
say
again.
that it's much easier to keep up with it than to renew once it expires. I don't know. I was just like...
At work, we joke that the number one thing, if I were to go into a coma, if it comes up to renewing my license, do that before anything else.
Yeah.
Because don't let that bitch last.
Yeah.
If I come out of this, I'm going to need it.
Yeah. For real. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to let you do one.
Okay, so let's discuss how thick of a bang you want. Because right now, everything that I've pulled forward is coming from back here. And I don't think you want it that far back.
Where's? Show me.
Back here.
Thank you.
But I don't want it to be too thin of a bang either.
Here?
Yeah.
Right? I think that's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do it like this.
I need to pull it from behind my ears. Oh, no, you're pushing it behind my ears. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to do it like this. Are you prepared to do this in the mornings?
Nope. I'm just going to wet it and see what happens.
So we're going to start with them long.
Yes.
And then, because I can always take more off, but once it's gone, it's gone. Oh, let me open the sprayer. It's like, what is happening? This is so exciting.
Jessica's never done my hair.
Never in all the years that we've been besties.
She does her mom's and aunts. And used to do her mother-in-law's sometimes.
Yeah.
But she's never done mine.
I really don't do anything.
Didn't you used to do Karen's too?
Yeah.
And Holly?
Yeah. Listen, after this, you'll be coming to me for all your haircuts.
The problem is I go and get my hair cut like...
On a whim.
Yes.
I know you do.
I'll be like, I cut my hair!
That is not a lie. She does do that.
I'll just go after work one day and be like, alright, cut it off. And
Clearly,
usually,
that's what we both did, because now we both have short hair. And we're both like, meh.
Hairstylists are always like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I do this all the time. It's just hair, it's fine. And I think I freak them out a little bit. I'm like, yeah, you're fine.
I got a lot cut off this time, and I didn't mean
You
for it to go quite this short, but it is just hair, and it will always grow back. So.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, if at one point I do it and it doesn't grow back, I'll just shave that shit.
Let's not do that. Okay. This is where we're at right now.
Okay.
That was a lot. I've angled them so that they're longer on the sides. So that if you want to do like the curtain bangs to the, blow dry them to the side, you can. So, but
if I were to just... Okay. So I do like them. Is this... No.
Some of that's been trimmed. Some of it,
okay,
that super long piece hasn't been.
Okay.
But
I'll put that back there.
Do you want them shorter?
Not on the sides. Those can stay a little bit longer. Oh, I guess some of that was trimmed. I can't tell.
A little bit of it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I also have these curls here. So.
Yep, I was trying not to trim those.
You're fine. Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that on the side.
Mommy.
And keep these here. Oh, did you make yourself a jelly sandwich?
No, Papa did.
Oh, okay. Muffin's trying to get it.
You're going to squeeze the jelly out onto the floor. Can you put that on a plate? Okay.
Okay.
So you want the middle cut a little bit?
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Haley, do not come on the camera. You don't have clothes on.
I love that you still have your cutting scissors.
Oh, yeah. These are my original ones, too.
Yeah, and your little case and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You cut Liam's hair still.
Yes, I do cut Liam's hair still. He has been to the barbershop before, but he generally doesn't. When he had that Viking haircut.
Oh, that's right.
All right, check that. But he doesn't generally go to the. Oh my gosh, you have jelly everywhere.
She doesn't. It's fine.
Ew, it's in your hair. Don't get on the camera. You don't have clothes on. You don't want
so
people
those
to
are
see
going to
your
be
panties.
on the side.
Yeah.
And then these, I feel like they're going to curl up a little bit more.
They
once
will.
It's dry.
They're going to shrink when it's dry.
So I feel like that's good. I don't know.
I want to leave it, and then if you dry it and you're like, maybe a little bit less, then we could shorten it some more. But I don't want to cut any more off of it until you see what it's going to look like dry.
I agree. All right, cool. I feel like Tobey Maguire, emo Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're gonna start.
When I recently watched that movie because I'm preparing for Doomsday. When he started dancing, I was like, "What the fuck, white boy shit is this?"
Yeah, it's rough to watch.
It is. All right, cool. There we go. Yay! I like it.
Haley, back up. I don't want you on the camera. You don't have clothes on. All right, guys, that was a surprise.
Welcome to our chaos.
You only thought it was crazy to start out with. You didn't know how crazy it was gonna get. My hands are sticky from touching her hair.
Of course. Okay. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Don't forget to read The Mockingjay.
Yes.
Happy reading.
Bye.